Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and here we have the extreme physical no item run in Super Battle Road, by far the hardest of all these runs. I have to imagine that I don't even think any of the category stages are actually going to be as difficult as this, just because you have no... So like every typing, right, has what I would consider cheat code units who like are just really like strong in this format. Like, I don't know, you look at Tech, right, and it's like you could pull out Tech Jacko, who's only an SR, but he like is just so cheap, like, you know, with his ability to stun the entire enemy rotation. Now, by the way, EZA Goku Black is basically going to be the MVP as we go through this event. The reason he is so essential and so necessary here is his greatly lowering attack. Well, at least, I don't want to say he's essential, but he helps out dramatically from lowering the enemy attack as well as just hitting hard, and then he can also tank. Now, Goku Black's tanking ability, and I guess by extension his damage, and how many orbs he can get, a lot of it is reliant on having a Goku family enemy present. So we did sort of get bad RNG here. In this first stage, a lot of the fights have a Goku family member. Well, no, the Bardock stage does, right? Because you could have Hercule, Videl, and Boo. You could have the 4 Z fighters here, or you could have Bardock and his crew. Bardock and his crew would be the most beneficial, because that, of course, would have allowed us to have Goku Black, you know, activate all of his extra abilities, which is, you know, he goes from 15% attack and defense per orb to 20%. He creates a bunch of rainbow key spheres. It just makes him a lot more, you know, easier to sustain. Now, you might think LR Cell is, oh, so strong, so powerful, but he does have a tendency to take a lot of damage. Now, I believe we have Big Bad Bosses active there, right? Yes, we did. Okay. Big Bad Bosses combined with Kid Boo's, you know, 30% attack and defense that he's giving on this turn did allow LR Cell to tank a little bit there. Now, LR Cell, most of the time, as we're going through these stages, does get hit super hard. Like, you would think, like, oh, extreme physical isn't that tough, because you could just do, like, you know, double LR Cell on the team, you know, an LR Cell friend, you know, you rock Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then you have, like, 3 AoE units. And then, don't forget, I have TUR Cell rainbowed, as a matter of fact. So, I could have rocked 2 LR Cells on the team, Dragon Ball Super Broly, and TUR Cell, who has an AoE, and he heals. But these units, they just get hit way too hard. You just get obliterated. It's just, this is an RNG fest, right? Like, it's just dependent on if you get supered or not, if you dodge supers, you know, if, you know, like, okay, so let's say we finish off, you know, Gohan in this turn right here. Gohan is going to super Kid Buu at the end, but we managed to get a whole bunch of crits and additionals to finish Gohan off before he supers at the end. That is the type of thing that is just, like, absolutely essential for getting this stage done, because there is not just, like a senior defensive unit who you just sit there and it's like you can't touch them. Like, Extreme Physical does not have that. Like Tech Golden Frieza, you know, things like that. So we take a super attack there. Our health is very low. So one thing that's good about Final Form Cooler is he does have the Metamorphosis link, I believe, with the 40% support Boo. Now, I don't use that 40% support Boo much. I only had him at 1% in the dupe system prior to trying these runs, but I did actually get him up to 55%. If I had that evil Boo, like Super Boo, with full dupes, I would have rainbowed him for this, but I don't have any dupes in him. He heals on super attack, as well as giving that 40% attack and defense, which is very good. Alright, so the Goku Blacks are going to be very strong here in this sort of run, because they're getting 20% per orb, and they created rainbow orbs, right, which is very good for them. Plus, of course, they are greatly lowering attack, which will allow us to take way less damage. That greatly lowering attack is just so important. There are a couple of units who I feel like, you know, really can help you here, but, like, again, it's just an RNG fest. Like, I was constantly switching teams and stuff like that. This did end up being my first W, trying a double Goku Black like a leader plus friend team, right? This was my first try, and I actually got it down first try. But like mostly this is just RNG, right? Like you could bring Lord Slug and hope that you transform a lot. I actually did have a run where I got down to, I think, 2 enemies left in the final fight, where Lord Slug transformed for me in all 3 fights, which really helped carry me, but I wasn't quite able to finish it out. There is second form Frieza if you're on GP, who is another AoE unit who's strong, but again, it's just like you could load up on all these AoE units and probably could get the job done, but you know, you need luck with the fights that you run into too, because there's a bunch of 2 enemy fights in this run, and it's like they're just too strong. Like they cut your AoEs to shreds for the most part, so that is unfortunate. Looking through, Physical Omega certainly can be useful here because he does passively lower enemy attack. He doesn't have a defensive buff though, but you know, with his additional supers, he can make a hefty mark. Full Power Frieza is strong if you get really good luck where the enemy is only attacking, like, so in the first slot, right, if they're only attacking after Full Power Frieza attacks, Full Power Frieza can be pretty good defensively, but in my experience, it's tough to get, you know, lucky like that consistently. There is the Physical Skinny Boo as well. I actually do have him rainbowed. I've just never done a video on him. I did a couple of runs with him, and I was getting some bad luck. That Skinny Boo is interesting because he also lowers enemy attack. All right, now look at this. Yep, sorry, Trunks. There it is. Thanks to that 3 dodge right there, we win, by the way. There you go. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, you know, people sometimes get annoyed when I talk about 3 dodge for minutes on end, but like, there you go. Like, the 3 dodge literally got us a no item run on what I consider the hardest one. I have not really done hardcore attempts on Shadow Dragon, Patara, or Fusion. I have not really tried those at all. I've done a couple of attempts on Realm of Gods. I've done a few attempts on Extreme. Extreme looks like it's definitely going to be difficult, but I'll get it done. Realm of Gods, same thing. It's going to be difficult, going to be a lot of RNG, but I'll get that done. But, you know, I don't really actually expect Shadow Dragon to be that bad, especially in Nova Shenron's EZA. I feel like he's going to significantly help out there. Just like a lot of these stages, it's going to be RNG, right? So this is good. I managed to get the 2 Boos on rotation because, you know, they're going to heal. Plus, you know, Super Boo is actually going to be able to heal us as well. Just a whole bunch of healing from the 2 of them. So that's definitely what I want. And as you guys can see, we are closing in on a Dokkan attack as well. Like right here, I am struggling so hard. Do I go for that physical orb to get us closer to the Dokkan attack, or do I have Kid Buu super attack? And I chose to have Kid Buu super attack to guarantee that we could potentially finish off Trunks in this turn. If you guys are not aware, the amount of orbs you select does not factor into how much the Dokkan attack gauge builds up. What matters is if you select the same type orbs, you get double. That's all that matters. So if the entire field is like red for a physical unit, it's just going to give you the same amount as if you got 1 red. If the entire field is like all, you know, yellow, the same as a physical unit, it'll be as though they got 1 yellow orb. But, you know, so that's why if you want the Dokkan attack quicker, try and get as many of the same type orbs. If you want the Dokkan attack later, avoid the same type orbs. So look at this. This is a very, very scary situation. Like when I was talking about this run being a lot of RNG, you get situations like this. Like it's just like, what can we do? You know, we've only got 150,000 health, so we could only take 1 super attack here. We can't eat 2 super attacks. So it's just completely, you know, pick who we're gonna attack, put our hands up in the air and pray, and like just hope that we do not get taken down before this turn ends. That's literally all we can do. Now, Goku Black, you know, having that Super Saiyan 2 Goku here is big. That Super Saiyan 2 Goku being present allowed Goku Black to be a little bit stronger, which is going to allow him to tank a little bit better. You know, we are able to get that greatly lowering attack off, which of course is going to allow us to take less damage. Cell, of course, is going to heal us a bit on his super attack. Any additionals with LR Cell are just like so big. But, okay, so there's our first super attack. Yeah, that's... We finish with such a small amount of health, dude. Look at that. This was such a close run. Did we finish Piccolo off right there? We do. If we didn't finish Piccolo off right there, I believe we probably would have died. So there's two situations now where we just barely skated by. And then here we have another situation where we, look at that health we've got. We're able to get a little bit of healing with Dragon Ball Super Broly there, which is good. But, you know, Goku Black getting all of those orbs will allow him to tank quite well. Yep, only 2,000 right there. And we get the Dokkan attack with Goku Black, and then that finishes it off. What a scary run this is. Extreme Physical, definitely difficult. I was able to get this done in the last couple hours after the World Tournament this weekend. Putting post commentary on it a bit later than I would have liked, but oh well, not a big deal. Okay, so next weekend, I will get into the runs. I'm probably going to try and knock down maybe Realm of Gods or Extreme first. You know, hop into Shadow Dragon, you know, knock those stages down, see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think of the Extreme Physical run done. At this point, we've got almost every... I think we have... Is it 15 of the stages done, no items? I think it's just Realm of Gods, Patara, Fusion, Extreme. I think. There might be one more. I might be forgetting one. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.